That lady that was running for Congress decided, I guess, that she didn't want to be on the hotline. What's that tell you? Not that we hear from any of these candidates much. They all fear this show. It's just not a place they want to be. I think it's a rather congenial and friendly atmosphere. But we had thought maybe this Kelly Greene would come in here, but apparently she doesn't want to. She is holding a town hall meeting up in Plattsburgh. And she's the one running against Doheny, is it? And Hoffman says he might get in there. He's not getting in the race. He's done. It'll end up being Owens versus Doheny in the fall. That's the way it's going to play out. Because, frankly, whether you like me or not, or whether you think I'm supporting one candidate, which I am or not, we're always fair to people on the show. We're always nice to people on the show. And this is a show where you can reach a fair audience of politically active people. I mean, I think it's fair to say that 95% of the people listening to this show are going to vote in the congressional race. This is not a bunch of of Johnny Spizano's audience. Most of them don't know what country they live in. I mean, these are, we've got good salt-of-the-earth, solid citizens who listen to this show. So I can't understand why candidates wouldn't want to come on. Usually we give them a pretty fair shot here, so I guess I can't really take that candidacy seriously if they're not going to go on America's favorite noontime talk show.
You sound a little glum that Miss Greene didn't come on the show.
Well, I mean,
I don't like carrying tales out of school or anything, and I very rarely do. But and I don't know if you have an interest in it. Knowing this, but sometimes people read stuff on your blog and they take it the wrong way. I don't want to tell any tales out of school, but when these new candidates are looking for a start in the area and they're trying to get their groundwork together, they're looking for maybe nice things to be said about them, and somehow the word to the grapevine that I got was that she was upset because she felt you might have been discouraging people from helping her campaign by saying there would be punishment by the likely, Republican powers that be if people got too close to her.
Well, I'm not doing that to be mean. That's just based on, I know how politics works. You know how it works.
I know that, Jeff. I know that was just your analysis. I know, and actually, to be honest with you, I didn't have time. I tried to explain it. Well,
here's the thing. When you're running for office, and my God, this is United States Congress. This is not like village trustee in DePoyster or something. This is.
That's why I put so much into it. That's why I really try hard to stay.
I think you go where the audience is. Yeah, you go where the audience is, and this is one of these shows that I think has a fairly large political audience. Now, whether it's large numerically, I have no way of knowing, but certainly between...
People get sensitive. Look how sensitive you get if I say anything that's, negative about you. It's just really clinical. But, we all get our egos on the line. We all get hurt feelings.
Sure, but everybody gets a fair shake. You've listened to this show long enough, Mike. Everybody who comes on here, whether if Congressman Owens calls in or if it's anybody else, they get a fair shake on this show. This idea that, Graham is mean to me or, he said something on the blog, that's kind of that's pretty whiny, I think.
Listen, Jeff, I've always liked you, you know what I mean? We've had a lot of tongue-in-cheek, and people have even gotten the idea that we didn't like each other. I've never had a problem with liking you, and I think most of the politicos around here are like that. I have opposite worries. I have worries up here that politically we're too damn alike. Where there's too much, too much agreement between agriculture up here, between the parties. I don't really think you get a really good party split on views up here. I think it tends to be...
Oh, it's very homogenized. Everything is... everything revolves around getting more free stuff and programs and all of that. That's the mantra up here.
Well, the agriculture thing is that's the really weird one, because there's definitely a lot of free stuff going on in agriculture. Now, as to whether the American farmer, in terms of providing milk to the nation, can get by without that, I don't know. But It just seems, I have to laugh. Between you and me, Jeff, I'm laughing all the time because the guys who have these weather-beaten faces that have been representing us for a while up here, they're all like, willing to get on board with this. Oh, we have, free stuff, let's stop it. But the minute agriculture needs anything up here, listen to what comes out of their mouth. It's not a competitive marketplace anymore. Subsidies have to be rolled out, or these people will go out of business. Farmers are destitute up here. I'm not saying I have all the answers on farming. I really don't. Agriculture is not an area that I consider myself really knowledgeable about. There are a lot of intricacies in it. But, boy, I'll tell you got a lot of farmers with their hands out up here, too.
Well, all I got to say is any candidate who's scared of me is probably needs to rethink.
They're scared of you, Jeff. They're scared of you. They're scared because you're an intelligent guy, like I'm an intelligent guy. Anybody that has a point of view that's going to be able to stay on message, they're going to be worried about. This is a real problem right now in this country as to, what do we stand for? I sit around...
Who's this? Well, I appreciate your compliments, but I'm hardly the smartest person in local media.
You're a very smart guy, Jeff. I tend to get down on you at times because I expect more from you than I do from a lot of these other people. But that's just me. That's my frustration with Jeff Graham. I want you to be a different kind of guy. I want wisdom to make you more benevolent, not less benevolent. That's me. That's what I want for Jeff Graham. I think that you still have a political future if you want it, but I think you have to take it seriously. There are just so many people out there that have so much to give that really don't give it because they can't find the right platform. I mean, it's a shame to see the knowledge you've accumulated over 20 years just go into the watershed, so to speak, not to be heard from again, because you don't really hear a lot from ex-mayors up here. But the point is, you've given a lot to the city. I mean, I have differences with you. You know what they are. My differences are, what do we want the city to be 10 years from now, 20 years from now? I'm always thinking about that. I'm always thinking about where we're going, not where we are, where we've been. That's just my nature. But, you take a town like Watertown and, you start getting these palpitations in your heart when they start talking about cutting back Fort Drum. And you realize we have a little growing to do. We have to be more than just a military base area that can support an army operation. And we are. We have smart people up here.